You know the feeling. The alarm goes off, you swing your legs over the side of the bed, and before you're fully awake, you're staring at the floor, relying on a massive cup of coffee just to get your brain to turn on. But even after you pour all that caffeine into your system, you still hit a wall. By 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, your eyes get heavy, your focus scatters, and you feel completely empty. To understand why this happens, it helps to think of your body like a smartphone. Specifically, a smartphone that is a few years old. When you were in your 20s, your body was like a brand new phone straight out of the box. You could leave all the apps running, keep the screen brightness turned all the way up, and it would still hold a charge until midnight without you ever thinking about it. Now that you're past 35, your internal hardware is still incredibly capable. You can still handle a heavy workload. But if you don't actively manage the background settings, your battery is going to drain to 0 by noon. Daily exhaustion happens when there is a mismatch between how we live and how our internal machinery actually handles power. We can see exactly how to manage those reserves by looking at a standard 9-to-5 workday. Human energy doesn't stay flat and even, it constantly rises and falls. This chart shows your body's operating system. The wave determines your available power. Notice the morning high point, when your brain and physical readiness peak. Then the inevitable mid-afternoon dip. That crash is hardwired to conserve energy. You can make the most of this by scheduling your heaviest mental lifting for that morning peak. If you have to write a complex report or make a critical decision, do it while your biology is naturally pushing you forward. To keep the momentum going, take your low-effort routine tasks, like clearing out your inbox or organizing files, and save those for the afternoon dip. Forcing 100% focus during a natural biological valley burns twice the energy for half the result. But when you surf along that natural wave, you protect your battery life. Setting up that daily wave actually starts the moment you wake up. Imagine your bedroom at dawn, perfectly dark, right before the day officially begins. At this exact moment, your brain is waiting for a signal. When bright light enters your eyes, it triggers your brain to release a flood of wake-up chemicals to get your systems running. To properly boot up your system, you need to go outside and get 10 minutes of natural sunlight in your eyes immediately after waking up. But that same biological trigger works against you at night. When you stare at a bright phone or television screen late in the evening, the artificial light tricks your brain. It stops producing the chemicals that help you sleep because it thinks the sun is still up. Staying glued to a screen at night prevents your body from properly plugging in. You wake up the next morning running on a 30% charge before you even get out of bed. Controlling light exposure is the primary switch you have. It tells your body exactly when to spend its energy and when it's time to store it away. Once you get to the office, a new set of challenges begins. You likely spend hours sitting at a desk, completely immobile, staring at a monitor. Sitting still for long periods, forgetting to drink water, and holding stress in your shoulders. These act exactly like background apps left open on your phone. They silently drain your battery power while you aren't looking. You can clear these out with a quick system restart. Every couple of hours, step away for 5 minutes of brisk walking or light stretching. When you physically move, your heart rate goes up. This flushes out the stagnant chemicals that build up while you sit and pumps oxygenated blood directly into your brain. Breaking up long blocks of desk work with short bursts of movement is the biological equivalent of force quitting unused apps. It frees up system memory and extends your battery life through the afternoon. Look at the full span of your day now. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, your routine is no longer an uphill struggle. It is an optimized system. Caffeine and willpower are ineffective tools when your internal clock is mismanaged. You can achieve this by seeking out morning sunlight, aligning your tasks to your energy wave, and taking consistent movement breaks. Your capacity to focus, work, and enjoy your evening is still there. You just needed a better understanding of the hardware you currently have. Maintaining energy and vitality past 35 is entirely possible. You just have to tweak your settings and stop fighting your own biology.